to Can I Say Something? With your host, Yolanda Simmons-Moore. Listen, y'all. I am excited on today because I have a special guest, and this guest did not come empty-handed because he came with some information that will be a blessing not only to you, but to the community that you live in. And let me introduce you to him. His name is Mr. Crockett. Hello, Mr. Crockett. How you doing today?
Beautiful. I'm drop dead gorgeous. I can't complain. You know, I'm thanking God for everything he done did and what he doing.
Awesome. Now, Mr. Crockett, at this point, before we really started talking about what it is that you're doing and how you're being a blessing to the communities, can you kind of share with us your business? Now, I've heard the name Crockett and Sons.
Yes.
What is that? What is that about?
Well, okay, so it's several things. Crockett and Sons Enterprises, Inc. is the umbrella organization for several companies. I own 7 companies under that particular umbrella. We have a tax firm, a car dealership, a real estate company, a credit repair company, a real estate development company, a business consulting firm, and I said taxes, right? Taxes, cars, insurance, real estate, credit repair, real estate development, and their business consulting firm.
Oh my goodness. Wow. That's a lot.
God is great. I thank God for my team. The team, teamwork makes the dream work. And I have a very competent staff. I have strong people working with me. I have over 30 employees, and let's just say God is great.
So you, not only are you a blessing to the community, but you're just a blessing to the people that are around you, because 30 employees, I mean, that is a blessing. That really is. Wow.
God's been real good to me. God's been real good to me. So
now,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was saying, if you wanted me to get more into the organization and what it does, that's a different dialogue. But as far as the company and what we're doing, again, under that particular corporate umbrella, those are the companies that we're running.
Now, what I was going to ask you about, because I really want to talk to you about what it is that you're doing a lot, but I know and I experienced what you're working on now with the communities, and pretty much all of it is concerning. It's a blessing to the communities if they choose to indulge in it. But I want to ask you something about your logo.
Yes.
I like that. What? Explain to me exactly what that is.
Well, it's too funny. When you see the C, you know it's me. The wings, that's the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost inside Crockett. It just represents me. And that's the red is the blood of Jesus. So, you know.
Oh my goodness, I love it. I love it. You know, because I said, whenever I get a chance to talk to you again, I'm going to ask, because I'm always, looking at logos, people that's always looking to thinking about a business or run a big, you're always kind of looking at logos and styles and everything. I love it. And I said, the first thing I was going to do is ask you about your logo. I am so glad I did. That is awesome.
Thank you. Yeah.
My God.
God is my motivator, and I'm big on people understanding Christ in you. So that's why the wings are inside the sea. That's God in me. That's the Father, Son, Holy Ghost inside me. I can do anything through Christ who strengthens me. So whatever crossed God's mind, whatever crossed the heart of God to accomplish with my life, my agenda is to execute.
Yes. Well, listen, we're going to get started with this interview because our viewers, I'm sure they're excited and looking forward to hear and to see what you have to say. But at this time, we're going to take a moment for a push break, a push segment break. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Michael Crockett with CNS Cares. We provide free health screenings to the community. blood pressure, blood glucose, body mass index, and oxygen levels. Over 80% of our community between the age of 19 to 64 have no insurance at all. We want to make sure that you quit using the emergency room as your primary care physician. So we're coming out and giving you free health screening so you can know your numbers, and we're connecting you with health insurance. Most of you all qualify for free health insurance and you just don't know it through the Affordable Care Act. So what we're doing is connecting you to health insurance as well. We're going to make sure you know your numbers and connect you with health insurance so you can get health insurance. Most of you qualify for free. And we're going to connect you with the doctor within a 5-mile radius of where you are so that that doctor can function as your primary care physician, as well as that doctor accepts the insurance that you get. And each of you that get health insurance, we're going to give you a $15 gift card from Walmart for you to go and celebrate. We need you to celebrate having what you've never had. When you see the C, you know it's me.
Music is a force that empowers weakness, evokes the mind, heart, and soul, and connects the gaps. This is why I use DJ Wayne McCall, the beat maker, for all my music projects. Well, we're back, and as I said before, we are here with Mr. Crockett. Crockett and Sons is the name that we are talking about on today. Now, Mr. Crockett, I met you a couple of days ago, and
Absolutely.
I was blessed to be a part of the services that you were rendering on Sunday. Now, can you share with the audience what you, or the journey that you have taken upon yourself to do to be a blessing to the community? And I don't want to sound colorish or anything, but basically the Black community. I mean, you welcome
I'm with
everybody.
I'm so with us, it's ridiculous. I can't express how committed I am to our community being taken care of. For real. So that's a whole nother thing for me.
That's a whole nother show, huh?
Right. I understand over 95% of my clientele is our community. So let's just say I've been committed. I'm 18 years in business in the community. I've been taking care of families, one individual at a time, one household at a time, until we saturate the community. The agenda is to see our communities healthy and whole, actually, and that's a whole picture conversation. I can speak to you about the segment of that we're working on at this time with the Save a Life Health Tour. CNS Cares is my nonprofit organization. CNS Insurance Group is the insurance company, and you experience the health insurance arm of the organization.
Okay.
So what we're doing is the NAACP, KTSU, CNS Cares, we have all partnered, right, to go on a Save a Life tour throughout the city, 20 churches, 20 weeks, to wipe out, to eradicate the lack of healthcare in our community. Over 80, I mean, and you know this, over between the ages of 19 and 64, over 80% of our community don't have health insurance at all.
Wow.
At all. And we're using the emergency room as our primary care physician. The extreme challenge of that is you don't go to the emergency room for your annual checkup.
No, you don't.
You only go to the emergency room when you're in extreme, unbearable pain.
Yes.
Right? When you qualify, most of us qualify for healthcare for free. So
but we don't know that.
At all, we're not connected to the information. That's why we're going through the church. The church is still the door to the community. So we want to get this information into our community through the Black church, making sure that everyone has access to premium healthcare. Right. So, and this is not This not the gold card, and I'm not doing away with any of that, right? But this is premium healthcare.
Premium.
It's the healthcare that I use, where you get a primary care physician. It's for the majority of the people qualified, no down payment, no monthly payment, no payment on your doctor visits, only $5 to see specialists. And the most what I call is one of the most important things about this particular healthcare is this healthcare also covers mental health.
Mental health?
Yes.
I didn't catch that one. Awesome.
Yes. So it also covers mental health. And in our communities, we have to start dealing with that. I say it this way. We're going through a lot since COVID. So many people passed during COVID for lack of healthcare. Right? And the families had to deal with the loss. And they don't have anyone to talk to. And it's cliche for us to go have a conversation with a licensed professional that could walk us through the patterns of thought for us to get through this thing in order to get to the other side so that we can be healthy and whole, right? So this healthcare provides mental health coverage so you can speak to someone. It's okay to go talk to somebody if you lost somebody. Right? It's okay to go talk to somebody if you went through any traumatic experience.
Yes.
Your brain is an organ just like the rest of your body that needs to see a doctor.
Yes. Yes.
Right. So we want to make certain that we have access to every kind of healthcare. And mental health is one of them. So the biggest thing that about what we're doing in the community for me, we're going to come by. I bring out a 40-foot mobile clinic. You saw the clinic. Right? And we test for blood pressure, blood glucose, body mass index, and your oxygen levels. We check for blood pressure because it's a silent killer.
Yes.
We don't want you to discover too late that you have high blood pressure. We check for blood glucose because that's checking for diabetes. You need to know your numbers to know if you're in an unhealthy situation so you can discuss how to turn that thing around.
Yes.
We check your body mass index. Yes, Lord. We check come on now. We check the body mass index so you can understand what's going on with your body. Right? Yeah. And then we check your oxygen levels so you can know how the oxygen is flowing through your body from your lungs to your organs. All of these things are very important.
Very important.
Right. And we do all of this for free to the community.
Yes.
So
and so
that's what we're bringing out to the people.
And I had the opportunity to experience all of that. And I was thinking when I got ready to get my weight done, I was thinking I was still on my old numbers. I just came back from a cruise and everything, but I was thinking I was on my old numbers. And the nurse said, she said, "What's your weight?" And I told her my weight. I'm not going to tell it on.
Yeah. I get it. And I stay on the treadmill too. I
honestly told her what my numbers were before I went on my cruise. And then she come pull out this scale. And I'm like, at first I was kind of apprehensive of getting on it. I said, but no, I'm good. And when I got on the scale and my number said something else, I was a little upset with her. I said, now why are you gonna ask me? And then you're gonna make me go on the scale. But I say all of that to say this. You are targeting 4 major medical situation that goes on in our life. Now, I honestly, Mr. Crockett, I honestly thought my weight was the same as it was maybe a week or 2 ago. But it was not. My body mass was not what I thought it was or what it should be. And I'm like, when I left there Sunday, I'm like, I got to get on this. I got to get back on track because, one of those 4 things, you might have this one good, but one of those 4 things can cause a major issue with all 4. you know?
Correct. Correct. Yeah.
And so I was so glad. And of course, I'm blaming the extra weight on being on a cruise. And you know
Yeah.
what you do on a cruise.
That
So I'm
food was
blaming it
good.
on that.
Yeah. Shout out to Lobster Night when you on that cruise ship. I get it. I get it.
Yes, and
Yeah.
steak night. So, but yes, yes, yes. So what you're doing is it's very much needed, very much needed. And I'm glad I had the opportunity to share and to be a part of it. I really am. So your setup, go ahead. You go ahead.
Yeah. I say the agenda is to get to the point where we are doing. Imagine having 100 of those mobile clinics somewhere 6 days a week taking care of the people until we
Yes,
eradicate the lack of healthcare in our community.
yes, that's exactly where I was going. Yes, with your setup, your mobile vehicle,
Yeah.
and you're being mobile. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
That
So
would
that
be
is the
awesome.
agenda. This is the first one. We're working
Uh-huh.
on 3 more at this time.
Mm-hmm.
My goal is to have it from 5 to 10 by the end of this year.
Wow.
Yeah, and by the end of next year, we want to have 100. So we're aggressive in doing what we can to impact the community.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're
That's
aggressive.
awesome.
My agenda is to see that over 80%.
Mm-hmm.
I want to bring it first. We want to get it under 50,
Mm-hmm.
and we want to get it down to 0.
Mm-hmm. And you can do it. The
Yes,
way
Lord.
you're
I
going
believe it.
by doing it, it can be done. It can
Facts.
be done. And it will be done.
Absolutely, absolutely. We're gonna definitely walk it out
Mm-hmm.
step by step. So it's so many facets of it. Um, it's beautiful seeing the different flavors of God as we go to each church
Mm-hmm.
and seeing how the people receive us.
Uh-huh.
We're excited every weekend for that. But we're
Mm-hmm.
not only out on Sundays. This Saturday we'll be at Fallbrook Church. Um,
Okay.
and after that we'll be over there with Pastor Dawson on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And we also we're out at food banks taking care of the people.
Okay.
Wherever there are people that need this particular service, we're taking care of them. And I want to state this for all of your listeners: any business owners that have employees but do not provide insurance for those employees,
Mm-hmm.
we can provide this insurance to your employees at no cost to you.
Wow. That's a major hit right there.
Yeah. All my
Do my
staff got it.
viewers, do my business owner viewers hear this? Say it again, Mr. Crockett.
We can provide health care to your employees at no cost to you. You don't
Wow.
have to do some sort of group policy that's going to cost you something monthly as an owner because you want to see your people covered. We
Yes.
can take care of each one of the people that work for you and get them covered at no cost to you as an organization.
Mm-mm-mm. Now you can't beat that with a stick.
Right.
Yeah.
And every person, I came up with this idea a couple of weeks ago. Every person, I want them to
Mm-hmm.
celebrate having health care. So every person that we sign up that gets the health care, we get them a $15 gift card. So they can go
Okay.
purchase something just to celebrate having health care.
Yes. Yes. Wow. Wow. Because I like that. I like that. I'm always interested in giving stuff away. But I like that. Celebrate. You used the word celebrate with that $15 gift card, because it's a celebration when we get a full picture of ourselves. It should be a celebration when we get an opportunity to get a full a picture of ourselves or get opportunity to see where we are at, both spiritually and naturally, and just to have that information. Some people are going to get the information and not do anything with it, but those
Correct.
of us who are looking for opportunity to at least find out where am I at. I feel like I have this, I feel this, and we can rule those things out, you know, and be in a situation where we can get the means that we need for better health care. It is a celebration.
Now,
It
it's an
is
extreme
a
celebration. And when I
personal
say I'm so excited
celebration.
about it, I don't know what to do simply because it is my agenda to see everybody with healthcare. Once we get the people to the point where everybody is exercising preventative healthcare, right? Now we can talk about the things that really ail us as a community. We can start discussing generational wealth.
Yes.
And how to implement that at little to no cost.
Yes.
You know, I have a couple of programs. I have what I call a generational wealth building program. Just imagine, if you will, everybody in your family that's over 65, right? So say like I'm 48. I'll be 49 in a couple of months. So everybody in my family that's over 65.
Okay.
I put a term life insurance policy on each one of them. And I make my son the beneficiary. So that's for my son. Because his term life is very inexpensive. And it'll cover my son throughout the years of his life, right?
Yes.
Though that's just one simple way to establish generational wealth.
And that, you know what? Once again, I'm not colorist, but they've been doing that all their life. That's how they got most of their
wealth. In a term
wealth.
life policy, $30,000 on a term is what? Less than $100 a month.
Less. Yeah. Yeah.
So
And
less than a date with your significant other, right? You can establish 30 grand for your next generation, right?
Yeah.
So that gives them a start. That's the generation before you, leaving something to the next generation if they don't have anything to leave them already.
Yes.
And then you teach the next generation to do the same thing with you
Yes.
for their generation. So
Yes.
that's something that we can do systematically within ourselves to take care of ourselves. Then there are other little nuggets that you can do. So, but before you can get someone to hear these things, right? They first have to get rid of all the aches and pain.
Yeah.
At least some of them. If you're in pain, you can't hear a financial
I'm not going to hear
solution.
anything
You need
you
a
have to
pain
say.
solution. So we want to talk about that. Then once we deal with that pain solution, then we want to here go access to mental health to get rid of your trauma mentally. Then once your mind is right and your body is right, now let's talk about getting your household together. So that type of thing. So again, healthy and whole all the way around. I always I talk about this with my credit repair company. Credit conscious versus cash conscious. People check their bank accounts 3 to 5 times a day.
Yeah.
They know how many quarters, nickels, and dimes is in the jar. But they may not look at their credit report once a month.
You own something now. It's the truth.
But watch this. If you ask your cash for $50,000 and it ain't $50,000, it ain't gonna give it to you. Ask your credit to go get you $50,000, and it'll go get it without no money.
Yes. Yeah.
But what has happened in our society is we have been taught to separate our credit from our name. So somebody will say, do you have a good name? And you'll be like, yeah, are you a good person? Yeah. So, okay, well, show me your credit report. Well, my credit report got to do that.
Wow.
But your credit report is your name. That's the report of your name.
Yes, it is.
But what has done, we as a culture, the business, right? The people who develop credit reports and things of this sort, et cetera, have divisively separated your connection of your name to your credit. They made your name a product and called it credit.
Yeah.
So you don't even look at your credit as you. But your credit is a reflection of how you handle your name.
But they do.
Right. Right. They not only do they never see you. The person who gives you a loan, the person that makes a decision on your loan for a car, for a house, for a credit line, has never looked you in the face.
Has never met you eye to eye.
Ever. They only see your report.
Yes.
Because your report is your name. But we don't see it that way.
No, we don't. Wow.
Once we start seeing our credit report like it's our name, we'll handle it differently. So I have another thing that I'm going to do later called, I do it now. I fix people credit for whatever they can afford. But I'm going to later do a campaign strictly on that. But the first thing is, let's get everybody health together, man.
Everybody healthy. Yeah, because when you get people healthy and everything, then they begin to, when they start feeling good and everything, that's when they become excited about life and kind of start looking forward to doing better.
Right. Trying different things, actually getting in tune with what they were created to accomplish.
Yes, yes. But if I'm sick and I'm worried about what this pain is, and I'm worried about it not only because I have a pain, but the point is I'm worried because I don't have any life insurance. Right. I can't afford to go to the doctor. I need to, go to the emergency room, but if I go to the emergency room, it's going to be packed with people. I'll be there all day, all night. So I'm just going to continue to do what I normally do, is pray and take Tylenol or Aleve.
Watch this. I'm going to accommodate the pain.
Yes.
I'm going to buy different shoes because my feet hurt. I'm going to buy different clothes because I can't do nothing about it. When it rub up against me, that way it hurt me. I'm going to get into my car different. I ain't going to drive no more. I'm going to just, all of a sudden, you're making life decisions to accommodate pain.
The pain. I'm going to sleep on my left side and not sleep on the right side.
Right. Instead of, I have a thing that I live by in my life. If it's called face it till you make it.
Face it?
Face it. Face it head on, whatever it is. Until you make
it. Now, the other side of that is fake it until you make it.
Right. Yes. I remember fake it till you make it. I ain't with that. Face it till you make it. You can make it through anything that's coming against you. God ain't giving you the spirit of fear, and you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. So there's nothing that you can't do. Face everything until you make it through it. Instead of dwelling in it because you don't believe you can overcome it. So I face it until I make it, whatever it is.
Are you a preacher?
Nah. I
just called you to be one.
Come on, man, everybody, right? It happens all the time. I just believe God and I do whatever He say. I'm not a preacher. I don't think that's what if that's what He want me to do, I do it. But He ain't came and said do that. But He has told me do this, and I'm learning more about what I'm doing as a businessman. I'm more effective than some preachers. Because, like, in my community, people wonder why. And this is talking to you. I got a lot of cars. I got a lot of things. God done blessed me. But when I was growing up, the gentleman that had the cars, clothes, and the jewelry, let's just say he was a different guy. He wasn't a legitimate businessman. You see what I mean?
We understand.
Right. So now when I go from church to church and I'm in my Maybach and I'm doing my thing and I'm out here taking care of the people and the young folks walk up to me and talk to me, I have the same things that NBA player have. I have the same things that football player have. I have the same things that rapper have. I had the same things that that gentleman in the community had, right? But I am a businessman taking care of the community. You can do this way. That is my ministry. If you were to ask me what's my ministry, to show young people that they can think, use their minds, make decisions to help their people, and make a living through helping their community, and have everything that crossed their mind. That would be the ministry that I was in if you was to ask me.
And that's an awesome one. That is an awesome one. And then you can genuinely express how you're a godly man. So you can genuinely.
I love the Lord. None of this would happen if it weren't for God. Ain't no way around it.
And which is a part of witnessing, and which gives an opportunity for their hearts to be touched and changed. Because, our young people, they want to be successful, but they want to be successful fast. They want money, but they want it fast.
I remember that. Oh my God. Watch this. And I'm the guy that's going to tell you it's doable. But nobody talks about the level of sacrifice for the speed. What are you willing to give up to get there? See, I believe in instant return. I believe in that, right? So, but in order to create that, what are you willing to sacrifice?
Yes. And what consequences are you?
That's the detail.
And what consequences are you willing to accept as well? The consequences on how you do and receive a return.
Come on, so watch this. I'm gonna show you something. That cracked my face, right?
Well, show me.
The National Urban League, right? The National Urban League has a program where you can walk into the National Urban League. They'll teach you how to write your business plan, right? You have your idea. They're going to show you how to develop your idea into a plan, right? Once you develop the idea into a plan, they're going to show you how to position it where you can present it to the SBA to get a loan to fund it for you to accomplish it. And then they're going to present it to the SBA with you. They're going to walk you through the steps. And you'll get funded. Notice I didn't say anything about you putting up any money.
You did.
But are you willing to sacrifice to do the work? That's a quick thing. That's a quick thing. There's another.
You got to make that sacrifice.
So watch. There's another gentleman. He has a place called Joseph House, right? And what he does is, say if you go get you a DBA, right? Then you get your EIN and you go open your business bank account for a lawn service. And you go see him. He's gonna give you lawnmowers, the weed eaters, he's gonna give you everything that you need for your business. For free.
And now I'm finding this one, and I know now that for free. He's gonna help
no strings
you
attached.
start it.
All you have to do is bring the DBA. Like God say, for every step you take, he take two. Once you come to DBA set up, right? And then he give you the equipment for your lawn service. But are you willing to go find him? What are you willing to sacrifice?
Are you willing to even go to the courthouse?
Come on now.
And get your DBA? Are you willing? Nothing comes as easy as we want it to.
Correct.
The Bible says faith without works
is dead.
It's dead. And that word work a lot of times scare people.
Right.
It scare people. And the reason why they become afraid or scared is because, number one, they don't know what the outcome is going to be. They're scared that they may fail. And they're scared that if they may fail, it may not work the way they wanted to work. And then they're afraid of what the outcome will be. And then there's being afraid of what people may say.
Right.
So, but works, faith without works is dead. So
I'll
I can
give
sit
you,
here and
I'll
say,
give you a
I believe.
phrase. I'll give you a phrase. This is the cornerstone of my career. I
Okay.
will do what people won't do today, so I can do
What?
what people can't do tomorrow.
Oh, well, I like that.
Now, I heard another gentleman say it this way,
Mm-hmm.
and it moved me. He said, I will do what you won't do that you know you need to do in order to get to where you want to be.
I like those. Yeah.
And as long as I get up every day with that, see,
Mm-hmm.
time, God is no respecter of time, right? So God don't really care about time, right? So guess
No, he
what that
doesn't.
means? When
Mm-hmm.
to me that means that I don't have to care about time.
Mm-hmm.
I can get anywhere as quickly or as slowly as I choose.
Mm-hmm.
But what am I willing to sacrifice for?
Mm-hmm.
See, to
Yeah.
get there quick, you got to sacrifice something. And the under the table hustling, it's a sacrifice for that, right? But watch
Yes, it
this, the
is.
over the table hustling, it's a sacrifice for that, right?
Yes, it is.
So either way,
You
it's a
got to
sacrifice.
sacrifice.
So
Yes.
then you have to do what's called calculated risk. What is the wisest thing? Because either one of them is going to take a sacrifice of some level.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Once I learned that that was a real thing, it doesn't make any sense to do anything that's not wise.
Oh, you saying something?
Come on, because the sacrifice is in everything you do.
Uh-huh.
It's nowhere. If you choose to marry a woman, there's
Mm-hmm.
sacrifice there. If you
It's
choose to have 20 women, there's sacrifice there.
that's a sacrifice. Yeah. Yeah.
So you have to choose the wisest thing for you
Mm-hmm.
in order to accomplish your goal. But what I encourage all people to do,
Mm-hmm.
if we don't do first, is meditate on what it is that we actually want
Mm-hmm.
and pursue that desire with 100% of who we are. Elon Musk said something so heavy, right?
What did he say?
He said he's not going to let his.
Wait a minute. Hold up. I can't hear you.
He says he's not going to let his kids go to school.
Oh, okay.
He said anything college is a waste of money.
Hmm.
Anything they want to learn, they can learn on the internet.
Hmm.
Now watch
Okay.
this. Right. But watch this. Everything that you want to learn is available on the internet.
You right.
He didn't lie about that.
No,
But
he didn't.
everybody is not a self-learner. Some people need a classroom.
Yes.
And you can't predict what your child gonna be when it's a child. The best way for your child to learn.
You're right. He doesn't have enough money to be able to do that.
Right. That ain't for sale. That part ain't for sale. So as we continue to pay attention to our communities going on and helping each other as a community, growing and developing as a culture, and trying to make sure that the next generation is taken care of, my goal is to I diligently work on my 100-year plan. My contribution, not for me to become 100 years old. My contribution from my business to last for 100 years.
Okay.
Now,
Man,
and I raised my son to work on his 100-year plan. As we continue to teach this generation, we turn things around.
Yeah.
So that we can stabilize as a culture.
Yes.
And those are the things that I'm on. But all of that starts with healing.
Yes.
We first have to get our health under control.
Yes.
So that we can hear. And that's why I'm so committed to taking care of my people.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, and you said healing here, and then we have to also healing in the mind.
Come on. That's so that thing is so dormant. I had a conversation with my staff today. And I told them, I said, the heaviest thing in the Bible for me was not that Christ died and rose again.
What was it?
If somebody slap you in your face, turn the other cheek. You understand what I'm saying? The level of self-control it takes. I truly desire to have the level of self-control that it takes to turn the other cheek if somebody slapped me in my face. I'll be clear. I'm honest with me. I don't have it at this time.
Don't try.
Right. I'm just being real with me. Toby from Houston said, what he say? Try God and don't try me. You know what
I know that's right. I know that's right. Don't try it.
Oh
I ain't there yet.
That was the funniest song I heard in forever.
That's some people say I'm still in I'm still in a being worked on. I'm an unfinished product.
Yeah. I'm gonna transition. But I say that to say that was placed in the Bible to show us a mirror of a level of self-control that we haven't achieved.
Yeah.
Right? But if you can achieve that level of self-control, what could you, imagine being able to, because that's an emotional outburst now.
Yeah.
That's an emotional outburst and a reaction.
Yes, it is.
Imagine being able to control your emotions on that level. Imagine being able to teach your kids to control their emotions on that level. So when you talk about mental health, imagine your mind being that strong. Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
These are just some of the things that I chew on when I'm, meditating with God, trying to, focused on accomplishing His goals with my life.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have to be peaceful in order to make clear-minded decisions.
Yes.
Yeah. So I chew on how can you be peaceful in chaos, and for us, in the world that we're living in, the most chaotic thing that could happen is while you're relaxing, somebody just walk up to you and slap you in the face. It's just chaotic.
It is chaotic. But look, I have to throw this in there. I have to throw this in here.
Yeah.
Will Smith and Chris Tucker.
Right.
Chris Tucker, he really
Chris Rock.
Yeah. Chris Rock. He really he did well.
Wow.
Keeping himself together. Man,
that's all I'm saying.
That was,
amazing.
It was, because that's a human reflection. It's a human reflection for someone to hit you, especially in your face.
And it goes, he knew he was in a moment in history. Not Black history. History, period.
Period.
How he conducted himself, when my hat off to him, man, it was amazing to me.
It was.
See,
it really was.
The truth is, either way he would have reacted, he would have made money.
Yeah.
Either way he would have reacted, he would have made money.
But Mr. Crockett, I don't think when he got slapped, I don't think maybe dollar bills, maybe dollar signs did run. But I really don't think that was the first thing that came to his mind. To me, the first thing came to his mind, I can't believe this,
right. But see, the reason I question that is because that's not the reaction we got. What was the thought to initiate the self-control?
That's a good point. That's a very good point. Because he had total self-control. He didn't like, he didn't.
No, he didn't jump to it. He didn't knee jerk. He didn't respond. He kept total self-control.
And that's why people thought it maybe was a joke, because of his reaction.
The only reason they thought it was a joke was behind his level of self-control. Because it has never been seen in our community.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely.
That I bring up stuff like that, and I love that example because as we discuss mental health, that's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
How we discussing self-control as adults. Because there are a lot of adults that don't have self-control that are raising children.
And how do you expect the children to have self-control when they're living in an uncontrollable environment?
That's what I'm saying. So I like talking to you because you're understanding, you're in tune with exactly what our community is facing at this time. And we need healthcare to give us access to mental health professionals to teach us, not just to medicate us, but to introduce us to different patterns of thought so that we can exercise our self-control muscle to become in more control of ourselves in different situations that we face on a daily basis.
Yes, yes. I think about meditation. How many of our kids know about anything about meditation?
Right.
And we have a generation that does not know, that's coming up, that will not know anything about church, let alone church or Sunday school or let alone the Word of God.
The power, the one that I'm working on with young people around me at this time is the power of your words and how to manifest things. What you say you are, you become. What you say is coming to you will, as you watch how you talk. Because they're now is cute, fun, to crack different kind of jokes, to belittle each other in conversation. And that's not wise. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you encourage, my agenda is to encourage them. Imagine a group of young men growing up together, encouraging each other. Consistent. And winning together in life. As friends. That is what I'm encouraging with young people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So and it's working in my community. I gotta say that. I try and when I see them belittling each other or talking inappropriately, I show them, I let them, so now you've done this, right? Now watch when somebody who don't know you walk up to you and talk to you like that. You see how I feel? So why would it be fun to talk to your friend like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
The communication thing, it's so many facets of what we need to work on as a community, man. I'm just excited about doing it daily and being used by the hand of God to accomplish his goal on earth at this time. So, that is an amazing thing for me, just to be connected with God and to be his go-to guy. I appreciate that of him.
To be able to hear him, because he uses us as vessels to get his work done while we're here on earth. And so for you to be able to hear him and God to be able to work through you is awesome. Yeah, it really is.
All I can say is I just love the Lord. I know who I was before I got with God, and I see who I am today, you know,
Yes.
and the latter works for me.
Yeah. 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 But you know what, Mr. Crawford, we could be here all day talking
Absolutely.
about God and his goodness and the things that he has blessed us with.
Yes,
And
Lord.
I just hope and pray that the viewers that are listening will take something with them that will be a blessing to not only themselves, but to others. And I'm going to make sure that I get with the appointed persons and possibly get some information on the locations that you're going to be on, because I like to
Absolutely. You can
share.
also go to cnscares.org. Our entire the tour is there.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, because I like to put all the guest information on the website so they can go to the website and and also on the website, viewers, remember, if you need prayer, just go to the website, push the I need prayer button, and just let me know you need prayer. You don't have to go into details or give me all your business or anything, but at least give me your name, so that when I go into my prayer time, that I can go and stand in the gap with you with whatever it is that you are asking God to do for you. And also, if you have a questions for me, viewers, go to the website. The button is there. And if you have a question for my guest, go to the website. The button is there. Ask the question, and I will make sure that I will either get the information from my guest and get it to you, or it may be a question that my guests might want to reach out to you themselves. So, but I thank you again, Mr. Crockett, for taking the time out to be a part of, can I say something? I ask that you will pray for the show, not just for the show, but pray that the viewers will receive those things that are being shared on the show.
Right. Absolutely, I will. Absolutely, I
My
will.
saying is, if you care, you'll share. And
Right.
you are the perfect example of caring enough to share. And that's what you're doing. You are sharing your blessings with others. And so I'm excited to know you. I'm glad I know you. And I pray that God will continue to bless you on your journey with all the things that he has given you to do. And listen, I'm excited. It may not sound very much like with me saying I'm behind you 100%, but I am. And
I
so I
love
just
it.
want to
I
thank you.
appreciate the love. I appreciate the love. And thank you so much for having me on the show. I wish you all the success in the world. And we will be praying for Can I Say Something?
Okay. All right, then. Thank you. And you enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Wow. Viewers, I hope you heard something today that will be a blessing to you and your families and friends. Listen, I'm going to put the information regarding the tour bus that's out there for you to know your numbers. I'm going to put that information on the website, and I want you to go there and find out where it's going to be. Is it going to be in your community, or when it'll be in your community? Take advantage of this blessing. Like I said, I did it Sunday, and I found out something that I thought I knew, but so now I'm working on it. So now I'm working on it. I'm working on it. So this is an opportunity for those of you who need health insurance, for those of you who may not want to make that trip to the doctor, but want to do that copay, but just want to know what your blood pressure is like, what your blood. Just go and go to the website and find out where he is going to be. I think he said 20 locations or 20 churches. So go find out where it's going to be at, and I'm sure one day he's going to be in your neighborhood. This is, can I say something? Of course you can. I'll see you next time.